Chapter 7 Terra. And an interesting place, the Ecclesiarchal Palace. Mesring, the representative of the ecclesiarchy, has spent his time in his sacerdotal skiff that took him from the Imperial Palace to the Ecclesiarchal. Don't ask why that was so hard. Palace. People gathered around to see him. He had to talk some important matters, but first, he will go to his chambers. On his way to his chambers, he undressed layer by layer, and also asked for the companionship of a random woman he saw. In this process, he also had the savant priest remove his rings. But for whatever reason, the same priest put on a ring. Mesring tried to slap him for that, only to be caught and put to the wall by the priest. The priest even threatened Mesring. The savant priest was Mesring's helper for over a decade. He knew his every in and out. Mesring asked who he was and what he wanted. The priest moved something in his mouth before biting, and he transformed. More like his mask fell off his face to reveal that the savant priest was Vangarich. The ecclesiarch was outraged, telling Vangarich that the High Lords will hear of this. Vangarich threatened that Mesring would have his head cut off, and one of his operatives would wear his skin if he doesn't shut up. To which Mesring agreed. Vangarich told him that Mesring should start another meeting of the High 12, where he would mention the loss of the Shrine World as punishment from the Emperor for the High Lord's actions in the Rim Worlds. Mesring didn't like this plan. In truth, it was blasphemy. Vangarich responded that Mesring does that every day. The plan was to start a war of fate and convince High or Grand Admiral Lansung to take his fleet from the frontier worlds and join with the Astra Militarum and the War of Fate. Because these orcs, this beast, is a threat to the whole Imperium, and it is Mesring's duty to protect the Emperor's domain. Mesring asked that if he would do this, what would he gain? Vangarich replied, his life. The Grand Master had poisoned the Ecclesiarch with a slow poison that would kill him in 3 days, should he not convince Langsung to join his navy with the rest of the forces. Vangarich left shortly after, and the priest recovered his ring, a Jokaero digital weapon that Vangarich used initially to threaten him. He pointed at the Grand Master, but changed his mind when he thought about the poison reacting in his body.